company still on my mind because it's such. Oh man, I shouldn't be doing a live stream right now. I want to say so many nasty things, man. Let me cool down for a moment. Let me cool down for a moment. Cool down. Come on, Jeremy. Cool down.
Ladies and gentlemen, nothing entertains me more than seeing the utter destruction and humiliation of large financial YouTubers that pump garbage stocks on people without any consideration of anything except, it's the future. And then when something happens, the stock crashes, goes down, it's not their fault for telling you to buy a garbage, unprofitable, money-bleeding piece of crap stock full of soy and garbage. No, it's because of the management or whatever. So today, the Very Good Food Company, in quotes, very good, according to Ryan Scribner, very trash, went down by about 20% today. Turn off my fan. Went down by 20%. Now, I have a theory that this was almost a coordinated pump and dump. This is my theory. This is my conjecture. Very Good Food Company has been paying YouTubers to put out videos promoting the stock. What does that do? When stocks are promoted by popular YouTubers, like this freaking loser right here, Ryan Scribner, I don't know if Jeremy was paid, but I know a bunch of other YouTubers were paid. I think Jeremy denies he was paid. Maybe he wasn't. But a lot of these YouTubers, they're paid to pump these stocks. And their fans who trust them buy the stock, elevating the stock price because there's more demand generated by these clownish scumbag sellout YouTubers. And then what does the Very Good Food Company do? Oh, we're going to issue a bunch of additional shares. Let's see how many shares they actually issued. Let's read this little short article. And you'll see how bad of a pump and dump this actually was. It's almost like they paid the YouTubers to elevate the price. And then once the price went up to whatever level, then they issued a bunch of shares to get as much money as they possibly could. Very Good Food Company shares were under pressure today, after the plant-based Soy Boy Food Company priced a roughly $30 million equity raising. In early trading, the stock was lower 23% at 177 for a drop of 64%, jeez, since the end of last year. That's what happens when you buy a stock that has no fundamental foundation of earnings. Just an unprofitable piece of garbage. Very Good Food Company said it agreed to a sale to institutional investors of 15 million units of the company at $2 a piece, with up to 1 share and then 1/2 share purchase warrant. Okay. So, of course, the institutions get, like, warrants and all this other stuff when the retail investor gets screwed. So, today, Jeremy was driving in a stupid little Tesla Plaid or whatever, which he bought by recommending garbage stocks like the Very Good Food Company and then charging people to get on his Discord. Jeremy bought that car that he's driving in. That's probably much nicer than your car because he's been pumping garbage stocks like this ever since he's been on YouTube. Who got screwed? Did he lose anything? Yeah, I'm sure his stock went down a little bit. Do you think he got annihilated? No, he didn't. Do you think a lot of his fans who listened to him and helped him generate all the ad revenue and Discord revenue that helped him buy that car, you think his fans may have been hurt way more by this drop? Especially if he made some kind of video where, it's a 10x stock, you should buy it, and his fans put a large position into it. I would say yes, especially considering it's down 64%. This guy, I've been saying this consistently, is a freaking scumbag. He is a grifter and a piece of crap that tells people to buy garbage stocks and trade solely on hype for the sole benefit of collecting as much money as he possibly can because he has this insane goal to be a billionaire at all costs. This stock is an example of that. I always dump on him, and people think, you're just a hater, blah, 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 blah. I don't hate people that make a lot of money. I hate people that make a lot of money by stealing and screwing people. That includes this loser, Jeremy LaFufu, and especially today, this clown, this paid shill, who was literally paid by a very good food company 2 weeks ago to promote the stock. What do you think happened to all the fans, the 5.7 thousand people that watched that video? What do you think freaking happened to them with the stock going down 20%? They got freaking wiped out. Do you see the scam? Very good food company, I think, coordinated a pump and dump to screw over retail investors. Freaking sick. Now, I made a video on the stock. I mean, I dumped on it here. You see me laughing in the other video. But here's why this stock, it was inevitable that there was going to be a share issuance. I mean, it was inevitable. So Jeremy's sitting in his car. Why are you issuing a bunch of shares? I don't understand. This wasn't supposed to happen. Well, you go look at the statement of cash flows and you compare that to the balance sheet, you can actually see why a share issuance was going to happen. So let's start from the balance sheet, okay? This is a snapshot of the company's assets and liabilities. So the most recent quarterly statement, the company only had $6 million in cash and $16 million of current assets. However, a lot of those were illiquid, like prepaids and inventories. So really, they had about $6 million of short-term liquid cash to pay off their debts. Compare that to their total current liabilities, that's stuff due within a year, $10 million. So they had $6 million of cash to pay $10 million of upcoming liabilities. On top of that, cash flow. So they have $6 million. Over the last 12 months, they have burned $22 million. In the quarter ended June 2021, they burned $9 million of cash from operations. So they had $6 million of cash at the end of that quarter, but throughout that quarter, they burned $9 million from operations and $3 million for a total of $12 million. So basically, at that burn rate, let's say they cut out the capital expenditures, they burn $9 million in a quarter. So if they have $6 million of cash, that means they would be able to fund their operations for the next 2 months without having to sell property, plant, and equipment or dilute the shareholders or issue debt, okay? They need money to finance their losses. $9 million burned in one freaking quarter, okay? Can you see why, if they were burning $9 million in a quarter and they only had $6 million of cash, that there was possibly going to be a share issuance? This is the basics. This is not hard to see. This is why I always say, and I'm being serious here, you can't put a lot of money in these stupid, unprofitable, money-bleeding stocks, because what happens is, if they're burning cash, the only way they can stay alive is by issuing stock and diluting the current shareholders. That's the only way they can survive, okay? Which this freaking loser right here, I've watched other videos where he's like, who cares about dilution? It's just used to expand the company. I think he was like mocking a Everything Money video, but this is what freaking happens. 20% annihilation. Do you see why I'm so disgusted? And why, no matter what I do, everybody still calls me a hater? That's how freaking stupid you people are, okay? You freaking Lafufu fans that buy into this and always cover for him, no matter how bad he bends you over and pounds your butthole. Because at the end of the day, you just accepted that he's a god of investing. Doesn't matter if the stocks go down, whatever. I'm boring because I tell you to buy total world index funds and tax advantage accounts. That's boring. But I guess, losing 20% in one day is exciting. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. This guy is a degenerate loser. Ryan Scribner's obviously worse. I think, in my opinion, he's worse because he was paid to do this. Jeremy might believe in this stock. I don't know. And he says, I watched a video, he says he wasn't paid. Who knows if that's the case, but yeah, this stock is freaking garbage. Stay away. I'm sorry if you lost your money. I don't know what to tell you if you're a bag holder. If you believe it's garbage, sell it. If you think it might recover, whatever. But, Jesus Christ. Anyway, that's it. Like, subscribe, tell your friends about me. Unsubscribe from Jeremy Lefebvre. He's a scumbag. Unsubscribe from Ryan Scribner. Mega scumbag. And don't buy stupid, unprofitable stocks ever freaking again. Because this is what happens. Have a wonderful day. Choo!